chat. After seeing your video, I gotta say I am duly impressed, to say the least, because obviously you went through a lot in doing your service to our country, and all I can say is thank you. Thank you. For our military out there who's doing their service right now, I don't care where you are, be it Iraq, Afghanistan, Uzbekistan, Pakistan, Turkey, Israel, goodness, where's some of the other major countries? Anywhere in Africa, namely wherever Darfur is. Forgive me for being somewhat geographically challenged in that respect. But, wherever you are, God bless you. You do work every day that most of us couldn't dream of doing without coming back home complaining. Oh, it was so difficult. We had sergeants yelling at us every day. We had people condemning us every day. You know what? You are brave to get out there and fight as you do. That's dedication. To me, it's something like Christ dying on the cross. He, a sinless man, God himself, the sinless man that God himself became for us, that God would die on the cross to give us life through his salvation. He's God. He didn't have to do that. Jesus is God. He did not have to do that. He could have said, oh wait, you're sinning? Okay, I don't have time for you. Go to hell. And you could have said the same thing to us. Okay, our fellow citizens obviously do not appreciate us, but no, you're out there working your tails off every single day. Every single day. It's just, it makes me so angry to see people mistreat and condemn you because you're doing your jobs out there, whether it be Shat, whether it be you, Colin, whether it's your father, and others in your family. I love you, honey. I love you, Colin. Whether it be people in my family, and I can give names if I'd rather not for their privacy. It's amazing. And Chad, I noticed you mentioned you had post-traumatic stress disorder. Now, I can relate somewhat having obsessive compulsive disorder, what with anxiety, being on medication, going through all that, ritual stuff, flashback, having to deal with what it is. Sometimes it's just like, what do I do? After a while, but you fight it every day, and you know why you're fighting this. You know that you've learned some valuable lessons. Pardon me. And to be honest with you, I know you're probably going to be like, oh, you don't know what you're saying, but sometimes I wish I had that experience. Sometimes I wish that I had the guts to serve in our military. Well, I do have the guts. I think the problem is that I'm medically disqualified. See, I have flat feet, a shunt, which you'll see in a minute. It's right around here, though. Like I said, obsessive compulsive disorder, and a number of other medical things that can be a problem. As for the shunt, that was a category 2 brain bleed, which I had to get it put in for when I was a baby, and it resulted in hydrocephalus. Basically, what happened was, when I was a preemie, there was so much brain fluid building up in my cerebellum and around that area that, well, it was kind of essentially drowning out my brain, and I don't know if it was compressing it, other stuff like that, but it wasn't good, and I had to get the shunt to regulate it. As you can see here, do you see there's like a small tubular sort of thing? You can see it as I'm moving a little bit, maybe that'll help. Kind of looks like an extra vein running down my neck, but I guess you get the idea by now. Other than that, I would serve God willing, and I have, like I said, I have family, I have friends, I've known many people to be in the military, and to our soldiers out there, man, woman, child, whoever you may be, your continuing devotion to this country, whether you be soldiers, firefighters, police officers, even government workers, who even down to the lowest, so to speak, like janitors, garbage men, etc., etc., the ones who are working to keep this country functioning every day, the ones who are most mistreated, spit on, condemned, teachers, single parents, married parents, whoever you may be, God gave you the gift of being the ones to work out there every single day to keep this country functioning, and I must say, you are doing a fine job. I thank you, and God bless every single one of you.